Trash, entry number 1. Something weird just happened. So tonight I was running through my normal schedule. My girlfriend asked me to take out the trash, which had been piling up for quite some time. I know that's kind of gross and I should be better about it, but I'm still young and there are certain aspects of adulthood that I've had an easier time adjusting to than others. Anyway, I grabbed all the trash bags and started heading to the trash room. I live in a basement unit of my apartment building, which is on the same floor as our trash room, so to be honest, the fact that I had waited this long to take the trash out is pretty despicable. Regardless, I put aside my shame and kept working my way towards the trash room. When I got there, I decided to break from the norm and actually walk into the room, because I was carrying so many bags that putting them all through the chute one by one seemed pretty stupid. When I went to open the trash room door, the knob didn't budge. That's strange, I thought. Didn't even know the trash room could lock. So much for that plan. So I just opened the chute and threw my first bag down. It barely fit, so I had to push on it with my hand just to make it go down, which, of course, given my luck, caused some goo or some water of some sort to pour onto my hand. At this point, I was very annoyed. Too annoyed to continue, so I went back and tried the door again. This time with a bit more force. As I pushed for the second time, I realized the door gave way a bit. Clearly, someone was holding the door shut. Immediately, I felt a shiver go down my spine. It was very late in a weekday, and I can't imagine anyone being in there. Then it hit me. I remembered seeing this young couple, probably early high school age, making out on our stoop a few days earlier, and eventually being called in by someone I assume was a parent. I instantly remembered sneaking up to the roof with my high school girlfriend when we needed privacy, so I figured this was probably a similar scenario. The trash room is no Ritz-Carlton and certainly not a hookup spot I would have chosen, but I can understand the motivation. So I laughed it off audibly so that they could hear me and went back to my apartment. I told my girlfriend that some kids were fooling around in the trash room and that I would try again in 30 minutes. So, 30 minutes later, I walk out with the trash again, still smiling to myself about teenage hormones and all the crazy decisions that get made because of them. I get to the door, turn the knob again, and again I'm met with the same physical resistance. At this point I'm starting to get upset. I gave these kids a 30-minute warning. My mom never even knocked. So I yell out, "Guys, come on. I have to get rid of this trash." No response. "Guys, if you don't let me in, I'm gonna push through the door." I finally get a response, but not the one I was anticipating. A man's deep voice responds, "Just give me a minute." Alright, there's just something that isn't right about this. I back off and decide to push the remainder of my trash down the chute. As I do, I notice the light in the trash room is now on, and I can see a corner of the room through the chute. When I realized what I was looking at, I froze. There were various items placed meticulously around the floor. Only they weren't items you'd expect to see in a trash room. The floor was covered in clothes, underwear, some type of metal equipment, and finally, a small doll. I dropped my bags right there in the hallway and hit a quick sprint back to my apartment. When I got in, I didn't tell my girlfriend anything. I just laid down in bed and tried to focus on my phone until I heard him leave. Finally, he left and I got some sleep. This happened a few days ago, but I can't shake it. Did I see something that was as insane as what I'm imagining in my head?